good morning. Welcome to today's PaynePoints of Interest podcast, where we're going to be talking about the approaches to business, so stay tuned. All right, today we're going to talk about the operational approach to business. And Mike, why don't you give us a brief definition?
So the Webster definition of operations, of the term operations, is, there's actually about like 10 of them, but this is the first one and the one that most applied. Performance of a practical work or of something involving the practical application of principles or processes.
Okay, so the operational approach encapsulates this definition, obviously. An operationally minded business owner tends to think in terms of performance or the practical work involved in running a business, no matter what that business might be. An operationally minded business owner would probably be running a factory, would be focused on the production of whatever widgets the factory makes. Likewise, the same owner running a media company would be focused on how much content the media company can produce in a financial company. The transaction would be the focus. So each business will have its own kind of customized approach to business,
right? And it's
based on what it is.
It's really important to know that operations are going to be interdependent of the type of business. I mean, there are 5 types of businesses in general.
Right.
And like one of them is a manufacturing. You know, one of them is financial. Their operations are fundamentally different from each other, right? But you can still have a business owner in either one of those that is operationally focused.
Yeah.
So we've observed a bunch about this approach. I think as most people are in this approach.
Yeah.
We've observed quite a few things, and so a few interesting relationships in this category exist. And the first of those is that operationally minded individuals are more likely to be tactical communicators. That is, they find it easier to communicate the details of a plan and more difficult to communicate the broader strategic plan, like the big picture.
Right. And I think we've also noticed that the individuals who think in terms of operations tend to be more reactive than proactive. And, you know, you might think this is a negative thing, but it's not. It's businesses need people who are reactive. And the only time it's a bad thing is if the reaction itself isn't very positive. It's kind of like you were saying earlier for your own growth earlier this week. You know, how you react is key to that.
It's very, very important. Like, you know, and if you look at it like a spectrum, you know, reactive versus proactive, neither side is bad. It's the content of it that makes the difference.
Yeah.
You know, and so the last thing we observed is a trend that operationally minded owners can be skilled improvisers, but that improvisation does not factor as heavily into the thought process as communication or response type. In other words, the improvisation isn't something that a operationally minded owner will count on.
Yeah.
Okay? Because it's not a stable skill set.
Yeah.
When they have to rely on it, they are better than most people.
Yeah.
Okay? But that's because somebody like that knows all the details of a plan already. So if you have contingencies in place, it's easier to improvise when you've thought about the details of something before.
Right. Well, I think that kind of draws a conclusion today on our brief little summary of operations. If you want more information on this particular type of business approach, give us a follow on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. And join us tomorrow as we talk about more approaches to business.